Lorcan, take them all. Why did the Sylvanar negotiate with these filthy Maomer?
Those pirates are a stick in the High Elf eye. They capture our merchant ships and raid our settlements. If I had any say, we'd negotiate with a sword at their throats. Not as long as the Sylvanar confuses diplomacy with capitulation. He's inside with the rest of them, pretending this won't end in bloodshed. Go, see this farce for yourself.
Your pardon, friend. The Dominion's arrival on Kanathe's roost has upset the locals. It falls on me to smooth the waters. Please, help yourself to food or drink. I'm happy to speak with you once this matter is settled. Most unexpected. It seems we have a mutual friend. May I ask, what brings you to Mistral? Then perhaps you can advise me on a small matter. The Maomer have a treaty with Kanathe's roost. This is nothing to fear. A treaty is something I can work with. Yet neither Ambassador Ulondil nor Headwoman Harani will produce a copy. Indeed, why not? It would be indecorous to suggest the treaty is anything but actual and sound, yet I fear it won't present itself without a more active line of inquiry. Would you be my voice in this with Ambassador Ulondil and Headwoman Harani? Exactly. A chorus of requests may succeed in carrying the tune. Harani in particular seems eager to see this resolved, though I fear the Dominion presence binds her hands. But I'll leave you to it.
It's hard to keep track of the new faces since the hurricane, but I don't believe we've met. Welcome to Mistral. May your stay here be full of warm winds and soft sand. And I told him. The mere act of doing so would complicate matters with our longtime Maomer allies. They take great offense to the Dominion's claims upon our island. Look around you. What great armies do you see? Our survival depends on knowing when to fight and when to please. The treaty brought us prosperity for generations. I will not be the one to break it.
We upheld our treaty with the people of Kanathe's roost for generations, and this is how they repay our kindness? We will not allow High Elf thieves to gain a foothold in our territorial waters. By all rights, this is our island. Harani's people occupy it with our blessing. If she breaks the treaty, so breaks our truce. We'll take back our island, and the Khajiit will pay the price. We keep a copy on an island far from here. I see no reason to send for it. I won't allow High Elf wharf-rats another chance to take our rightful lands. Why don't you bother Harani for her copy?
Any luck securing a copy of the treaty? Then there's little chance for compromise. I'll call a break in formal talks until everyone calms their nerves. You understand the stakes, yes? It's why I ask you to take a more active role in locating the treaty. I don't do so lightly. I can't allow the Dominion's first act on Kanathe's roost to be one of conquest. I understand our mutual friend prefers the rum served at a nearby tavern. Perhaps he would have ideas on securing a copy of the treaty. It's a name, a title, and our holy city. Quite an honor to carry around such an important word, and the occasional burden in its confusion of outsiders. Not even the Green Lady calls me by my given name. Edelorn doesn't roll off the tongue, I suppose. As Sylvanar, seems like it's been such a short while, but the wrinkles on my face tell me differently. Or did you mean as Dominion envoy? I've taken on diplomatic tasks for our fledgling alliance since its inception, so not very long at all. A freshly grown fruit, still without blemish. On behalf of the Bosmer people, it's my goal to keep it that way. If you speak with the Green Lady, don't mistake her manner as distaste for the Dominion. She simply misses our home of Valenwood. She sustains me, and I her. Together, we are the aspirations of the Bosmer people given form. Put simply, she is the love of my life. Also, she grows ill-humoured when I gush about her within earshot. I'd best say no more.
No wine, stringy meat, my beloved Sylvanar cooling these squabbling children instead of warming our bed. If there's a more tiresome place in all of Tamriel, I haven't found it.
What is it? Daharab would not let it tear the flesh from your bones.
You think this one drinks on the job? Good. Then so will everyone else. What is the word, my new friend? Ulandil certainly won't. His viper tongue is sharp. But Harani can't, because her copy was stolen. It only takes 3 drinks to loosen the tongue of the Chancery clerk, if you were curious. A good question. Raz answers it with an interesting bit of trivia. Ulandil posted a guard at his quarters the day of the theft. His subtlety is rivaled only by his pleasant personality. Oh, and it's 5 drinks for embassy staff. 6 puts them out. Someone needs to slip into Marmor Embassy, find a way past the guard, and rifle through Ulandil's private quarters. Oh, and do it without bloodshed that could provoke war with the Marmor. In case he was not clear, Raz is talking about you. The pragmatist in this one says it's because you have no firm connection to the Dominion. The optimist says it's because you have proven yourself more than capable already. When you have the treaty, meet both of us at the bridge.
Well?
What's your step, Groundwalker?
Ambassador Ulandil isn't here. And if he was, he'd be far too busy to entertain the likes of you.
Are you lost? Ambassador Ulandil's quarters aren't open for visitors. None of your business. Go bother the clerk. He doesn't know when to shut up either.
Floors that don't sway, sand that creeps into boots, bugs the size of anchors. May the gods see me posted to a proper ship. So, he's actually doing his job? Most of the time he's writing love letters to some pretty face in town. Zadi or Zami or something. He's a fool in a crow's nest, searching the horizon for any sign of her love.
Are you lost? Ambassador Ulandil's quarters aren't... Do you think I take drinks from strangers? Oh, I guess that little barnacle is all right. Don't cause trouble.
There's spring in your step. Did you know a sense of accomplishment can alter one's stride? You'll learn to notice it in others. This Sylvanar is certainly being watched by the Maumar. You should inform him the treaty is safe. He will know what to do next. The Sylvanar and the Green Lady are being put up in the Armorer's home. This one recommends you knock before entering. Green Lady gets jumpy at silent approach. At a quick glance, there are holes in the treaty. When the Sylvanar worries at them, he'll tear a hole in the Malmer's side. The treaty, of course. Not Ambassador Ulandil, though that would be funny.
Come now, friends. Have you seen Juraira's latest shipment? Don't push, don't shout.
Who knows?
She's got enough
Maybe they
already.
got caught? It wouldn't be the first time.
The Sylvanar's inside resting. You have 5 minutes.
If they don't make the drop soon, let's cut our law.
Time for you to leave. No! No! You found him like this? What did you see? Answer me! Then you know nothing. 1,000 curses on this wretched island. They've taken my beloved. None who'll survive the day. I am the unerring bolt. Once loosed, I cannot stop till I pierce my quarry's eye. Harani knows her own city. If she won't tell you who did this, I'll shorten her tale until she does. Now go! Go! Not again. Please. I understand what the Sylvanar desires, but I already told you. We cannot provide him with our copy of the treaty. Did? But he was just here. What happened? How awful. Who would harm such a peaceful creature? My guards saw nothing. We doubled the watch to ensure safety. I cannot abide the Sylvanar's murder in my town. I'll shut down the port if I have to. None sets sail until his killer is brought to justice. Of course. I hereby declare you a deputy of the Mistral Guard. No door shall be barred to you. On my desk, you will find the most recent reports from the Mistral Guard. You are welcome to review them for any inconsistencies that could lead to the killer's capture.
The Sylvanar murdered? These treacherous Khajiit have plotted with the Maormer to slay our noble envoy.
How dare you! The Sylvanar was our guest. You go too far, Vice-Reeve.
Outrageous! More Dominion treachery. I will conduct my own investigation.
No sea rat will show me up. I'll get to the bottom of this myself.
This apothecary must have had a hand in the murder. I'll get it out of him, one way or another.
This diplomatic mission is a farce. The Dominion should have taken Khenarthi's roost by force and sorted the rest out later.
I've little time for talk.
Still nothing.
I sell to the nobility.
No one here. Perfect. As good a place as any. If that clerk has any sense, he'll find it.
Spare any coins?
This apothecary must have had a hand in the murder.
This elf is mad. I deal in reagents, not instruments of death. I sell no poison. Check the ledger inside. I beg you.
Keep moving.
I love mixing different reagents, trying different things. Mind you, I've singed my fur a time or two with some unexpected results, but alchemy is for the adventurous, I always say. Alchemy is the art of creating potions. We scour the fields and caves of Tamriel in search of reagents like mushrooms, flowers, and the like. Mixing these ingredients with a water solvent in the correct quantities can create powerful elixirs. Well, not just any water will do. You'll find that some pools of water contain special qualities that make them ideal for potion making. The grade of the water determines the potency of the product. All reagents have hidden properties. When they're combined with other ingredients that bestow the same benefits, the potency is compounded. This reaction determines the nature of the potion. It's just a matter of experimentation, you see?
Get off my ship before I throw you off! And I need a new rigging and a serving wench. Too bad for us both. Now get off my deck before I throw you off! Why didn't you say so? You're a deputy of the guard? The same guard whose authority ends where my ship begins? On the dock or in the water, your choice. On your way. And don't bother my sailors. They know I'll turn their hides into sailcloth if I catch them shirking.
Another one?
Don't cause trouble.
Watch your step, groundwalker.
Another one?
Lord, you used to be in the military.
Killing the Sylvanar was foolish. The Green Lady and the Sylvanar shared a life bond. She has little time to avenge him before she too will die, and the Green Lady is a most dangerous creature. But then, you have that spring in your stride again. What have you learned?
Calm down. Glowlord.
The Maumar planned something, but what? Wait. The apothecary sold Daedra blood in these specific amounts? That would explain the strange liquid upon the... Oh no. Bright moons, no. This is a sample of the vile cloud from around the Sylvanar's body. Bring it to the Green Lady. Tell her it killed her beloved. As for the rest, Harani will see what you found. We must move like Kenarthi herself is at our backs.
The killer will share the pain my beloved's death has wrought. Hand down the throat, a kiss for my wrist. Hand on the lungs, a kiss for my arms. Grasp, tear, yank, and one last kiss for the killer's own heart. Now, what have you found? No poison in all of Tamriel could harm my beloved. But this scent was on his body. Why is it out here as well? I can see it, leading away into the heart of this wretched city. You're blind to it, easily remedied. Follow if you can.
And Sully.
Corten, place your hand upon its fur. Feel the muscle of a true killing machine.
Yes, and a good thing too. This one does not like to think about what would have happened otherwise.
covered my tracks. Couldn't have found me. I followed his orders. Daedric poison for the wood elf and his mate. I followed his orders. Ulandil, he said they could stop the tempest. Had to be removed.
I've heard enough.
His orders. Had to follow his orders.
There. You did what you had to. As did I.
Ah, the errant deputy. I was just informing headwoman Harani of her apothecary's connections to the High Elves of Somerset Isle. Once the torture begins, we'll learn why the Dominion killed their own diplomat. My what? You mean the apothecary? I assure you, he was never in my employ. Oh, well done. It doesn't matter now. The Green Lummox and her idiot husband lie dead. There's nothing you can do to stop us. You're lying. She must be dead, or else she'd have come for me. She's coming for me, isn't she? I'm a duly appointed ambassador of the Maormer people. The grounds of the embassy are sacrosanct, according to our treaty. The Tempest is coming. You cannot stop it.
This is madness. There has been enough death in this city.
I have his scent, and soon his heart.
This does not excuse mindless slaughter. We are better than our enemies. You must apprehend him. Don't let the Green Lady cut him down like an animal. We must learn what the Maormer plan for Canarthy's roost. I trust you'll do what's best for my people. Now I must apologize to Vicereeve Peladil. Whatever the Dominion needs, we will provide.
I warned them. Warned them! But why would I know anything about Maormer treachery? Maybe now they'll listen to reason. It only takes a murder, right?
Please.
Move, unless you don't mind the spatter. I'll keep him alive for a time. He won't starve. His limbs have so much flesh to sustain him. Go tell Harani the Maormer is dead. Leave me to my work.
Mercy. Please. Mercy. Save me from this mad woman.
Move. I'll keep him alive for a time. He won't go. This is a private matter.
No! God's mercy! Stay back!
The gods can't hear you. Scream louder! That's it. Again! I wish a spinner would come by there. I love what you pay.
Where is former Ambassador Ulandil? Another honored enemy we must send to the Temple of the Morning Springs. Too many today. No matter. Before he fled to the embassy, Ulandil mentioned something about a tempest. Did he say anything about this before he... I fear we'll learn soon enough. What a nightmare. I hope all dealings with our Dominion allies won't end this way. I signed a new treaty with Vicereeve Peladil moments ago. He assured me the Dominion will defend our little island from any reprisals, Maormor or otherwise. Kenarthi's roost will see much change to come. We must grow together, or we shall die apart.
Hey, Slowpaws. You, yes, you. Commander Karaneth needs you immediately. The Maormor attacked Cat's Eye Key from the sea. Commander Karaneth holds the line at the docks. She needs help stopping the Maormor before they push into Mistral. Zairi will find more to help. Be swift, Slowpaws.
You there. The Maormor attacked Cat's Eye Key with their Sea Viper forces. We need every able body for the rescue effort. Huh! A counterattack? I'd settle for an organized defense. Our forces are scattered too thin. If we can't hold the gates, Mistral will fall to the Maormor. I'll coordinate Dominion forces from here, but I can't lock down this gate until the survivors clear out of the market. Send them my way. We need everyone able to defend Mistral on this side of the wall.
Snakes.
Those Maormor pirates came from the water. They're all over Cat's Eye Key. Sea vipers happened. One must have struck me on the head. When I woke, a sea viper was carving strange runes on my bodyguard's skin. I hit that awful pirate with a broken spar and we ran. No, we can still move. We'll head to Mistral if it's safe there. By the 8, it's inspiring to see Dominion soldiers. Maybe Sergeant Firion can pull off our counterattack. The Marine by the gate to Cat's Eye Key plans to strike back at the Sea Vipers. I'm sure she can tell you the details. We'll get moving. Gods grant you strength.
We can't let those Maormor pirates reach Mistral. They'll butcher our families. I saw great serpents emerge from the waters. Those sea viper cowards made them snap at everyone in striking distance. No. When I saw my neighbors fall, I ran. What kind of Khajiit am I? You were with Dominion, yes? Your Sergeant Firion plans to strike back. Give those pirate cowards a taunting! I'll do no such thing. If any of those sea vipers shows a face on this side of the gate, I'll claw it off myself.
What are you doing here? It doesn't matter. If you're in the mood to cave in some sea viper skulls, I don't really care. You feel that cold air rushing off the sea? Just like it was before the hurricane. We can't wait to cut off the snake's head. We are the Dominion counterattack. I sent my squad to scout Cat's Eye Key. If they haven't learned what the Sea Viper's plan, we can poke around until we figure out what needs chopping. Don't worry, your wizard friend can seal the gate behind us. I'll hold the gate, if you think you'll have need for a wizard. Or you could bring a Dominion Marine. Up to you. Don't take too long. The sooner we hit the Sea Vipers, the sooner we stop their plans.
You aided me at the Temple of the Morning Springs. I'd be a fool not to return the favor. Whatever the Sea Vipers' plan, we should hurry. You've already proven your courage. If I'm to die in this battle, I'd rather it be at your side than alone on this beach. But we won't let it come to that. If you can hold the Sea Vipers' attention, I'll do what I can to keep you on your feet. Then let's go. There'll be no more death at Malmor hands.
Hey, squad got separated. Nistel and I found Onglorn. They hurt him bad. Sea Vipers carved runes in his chest. I grabbed him. Nistel held them off. Hunting Sea Vipers. If you see her, tell her Onglorn will be all right. Whoever wrote these notes has an idea. I'd start there.
A ringing head is bad, but when it remains somewhat head-shaped, that is good, yes? I was in the caves, working, when I heard a strange howling. Then warriors came out of nowhere and struck without mercy. Sea vipers, Maormer pirates. We paid protection through the month and let them put those strange totems in our cave. They've never been in the skooma trade. I meant moon sugar. Hit my head, you see. Our deaths, I suppose? After they killed enough of us, they left the rest of us alone. They knew we wouldn't fight back. They only paid attention to those totems. Well, until they collapsed the cave entrance. Some high elf wizard tried to get in, so they collapsed it. I dove outside. Lucky me. The wizard tried to tell me something, but I couldn't hear him at all. He stuffed this paper in my hands and walked off. Here, maybe you can make sense of it. What's that? My ears were ringing. Would you mind repeating the obvious? Wait, don't think me ungrateful. The wizard was looking for another way into the caves. I heard rumors of a secret door by the cliffs, but I never saw it myself.
These totems seem to harness a combination of wind and spirit. I wonder if I can... Excuse me, do you mind? Indeed. I suppose that's optimal. These sea viper rituals are barbaric, but quite effective. The hurricane they summoned to dash our fleet against Kanathi's roost? That's nothing compared to their current efforts. You clearly haven't studied the fundamentals of blood sacrifice. You see, these serpent-shaped statues, they're storm totems. They collect spirit energies from rune-marked subjects and channel it, like water through a funnel. Exactly the right question. It seems the sea vipers use a specialized lodestone to block the channel. Approach an active storm totem, hold forth the lodestone, and harmlessly siphon the energy away. You should see for yourself. Completely. Go ahead, don't be shy. It's not as though the storm totem's energies will cascade throughout your body until you're nothing but a lifeless, smoking husk. But do avoid standing in the puddles, would you? Phenomenal. I knew proximity was the key. And look at you, not even a hint of electrocution. You have the principle. Now to apply it to the other storm totems before... well, best not to worry about that. No, I really shouldn't worry you. I can't say for certain. It's one of two things, neither of which is good for anyone on this island. You don't stoop to blood sacrifice unless you need a lot of energy very quickly. And, well, to release it, just as quickly. Listen, you handle the storm totems. I'll determine how to best counteract the sea viper blood ritual without destroying Mistral. Does that seem equitable? The only certainty is the lack of time. You should hurry.
I can't stand that man.
This is Eelsil, speaking directly to your mind. Find my Psijic projection near the tunnel exit. I know how to stop the Marma. I know what they're planning. Through my Psijic projection, I observed an old ritual site north of Mistral. The Sea Vipers summoned a powerful creature known as a Storm Atronach. They're funneling all that energy into their bound Storm Slave. The creature can only hold so much energy before it discorporates. All the energy will wash over Kanafi's roost, killing anything it touches. Except for the thunderbugs, of course. Oh, and the mountain north of Mistral will shatter, leaving no trace of the town. Ah, there's the genius of their plan. How do you bind a creature made of storm energies? With the wind itself. 3 ritual horns trap Storm Slave, but the lodestone now has enough storm energy to counteract the false winds. Elegant, yes? It will shed its corporeal form and safely release its stored energy. By safely, I mean in relation to Kanafi's roost. I recommend moving a fair distance away from Storm Slave when this happens. Perhaps keeping solid rock between it and yourself? You'll have no trouble. But in the event you do, I've opened a portal at a distance of 1 league from Kanafi's roost. There I'll tread water in the open sea until I've observed your success. Merely a precaution. I have every confidence.
I've read about such things, but the books don't do it justice.
Children of the sea, your bonds cannot hold the tempest.
We're gone 3 hours, and the Malmer attack the city? Typical. Always missing the real fight. You're hopeless.
My friend, to escape death so triumphantly is constant thrill, yes? Not so thrilling for the Maumar, of course. The Maumar are fled or dead thanks to your efforts. Kenarthi's roost is safe and voluntarily a part of the Altmeri Dominion. So if you must know, Razumdar keeps an eye on promising people.
What do you think happened?
My friend, if Raz had known you would do so well, he would have scrounged you a nicer reward. Apologies. The Mistral Armory is not what it once was. The Maumar are like drunken uncle. Chase them off, and they always come back. Next time, Kenarthi will be waiting for them. Problem is, there are places that will not be so prepared. If the Vipers are here in numbers strong enough to assault Kenarthi, all of the southern seas are in danger. The Queen is in Oridon right now, beginning a royal visit. Raz would ask you to head to Volkelgard and report to Watch Captain Astanya.
Astanya can pass word to Her Majesty. Perhaps you can catch a ride on the Prowler. Raz her Jimila plans to set sail. He suspects she may owe you a favor.
Of course. After all you have done for us here, it would be rude of Raz to say no. Astanya's the lovely watch captain of the Volkelgard Watch. Raz has shared more than one drink with the captain, and more than one fight. She's getting a bit grouchy now that she's tied to one port, but she should set you aright. This one is a simple Khajiit, like he said when we first met. He resolves issues as they come up. He acts in the best interest of the Dominion and the Queen. Oh, Raz would not be surprised. You have already proven yourself a competent sword. Simple Khajiit like this one have a tendency to need competent people like you. Very tall elves and very pretty shores. Oridon is the most worldly part of the Somerset Isles, and still many of the High Elves consider it a sanctuary away from the rest of the world. This one thinks they are kidding themselves.
Today you saved Mistral from destruction. Kenarthi herself must watch over you.
I ran out of Maumar to kill. If you find any more, let me know. I suppose I'll mourn the Sylvanar. I must find oils for his body and tools for the rites. I can almost feel his hand on mine and hear him whisper, all things find their way. But they won't. He's gone forever. And soon, I'm to follow. The Sylvanar sustains the Green Lady. Thus has it always been with every pair. I am not long for this world. I believe I'll find the Maumar's home island. Before my beloved pulls me back to the green, I'll drown them in a tide of Mara's tears.
It's done. The Sea Vipers are defeated. I should feel like we won, shouldn't I?
You're slow, but you turn the tide of battle. Sayeri admits that counts for something.
You're quite handy at defeating Malma's sorcery. I hope to see you again. Hopefully with Varelian at my side.
We're gone 3 hours, and the Maumar attack the city? Typical. Always missing the real fight.
You have to admit, the temple was interesting.
Stone, water, and talkative ghosts? What about that is interesting?
Every part?
You're hopeless.
The Prowler is headed to Oridon, and we're happy to ferry you there. When you're ready, hop in the launch. We'll set you up with your own bunk. Chests full of gold. Owning a sound ship after a hurricane can be quite lucrative, even when the only cargo is Dominion luminaries seeking passage. Don't worry, I won't charge you. Without your help, the Prowler would be a mass of broken timber. Aye, the Prowler is fully restored and ready for heavy seas. Quartermaster Oblan even managed a few improvements using some Maurmer donations. Have no fear, she'll get you safely to Oridon.
You are the one I seek. Greetings. My benefactor wishes to speak to you about a matter that could affect the fate of our world. If my benefactor wished to discuss details in the open, why send a messenger? The matter is for your ears only. A passenger cabin in the interim suitor down at the docks. Do not tarry.
Traveler, a moment of your time.
Welcome.
You there. How would you like to do something worthwhile?
This is taking longer than I'd planned.
Ooh, the cliff.
Deal then?
Always a pleasure, Thar. Try not to lose those stones.
There you are. Took you long enough.
Glad glyphs hold the key.
You should buy me a drink, I think.
No, I understand. If you change your mind, I'll be here. Been
What do you...
Over here! We have
A
much
fascinating
to discuss, you and I.
application of the tech. Welcome. Are you here on Mage's Guild business? Yes, of course. We're lawkeepers across the face of Tamriel. Guild members seek out books, tomes, and ancient scrolls in their travels. Why don't you speak with me for a moment? Perhaps you'd like to join. Always good to speak with another knowledge seeker. Guildmaster Vanus will be pleased. We're book hunters of a sort. We seek out new information, capture it in our libraries, and make copies for distribution across Tamriel. The Guild doesn't care about battlefields or boundaries, just knowledge and the acquisition of new tomes. We provide training in unique spells and abilities only available to members. And from time to time, projects crop up for those with an adventuresome spirit. You may end up working with the Guildmaster himself. Vanus Galerian, one of the founding members of this august body, still holds the proud title of Guildmaster, overseeing every guild hall in Tamriel. He works with other ranking members, such as Tellinger, the Artificer, to ensure our future success. We are neutral in the war between the three alliances. When we're on guild business, we kneel to no king or queen. That's why you'll see members of every race in our halls. Excellent. You are now a student of the Mages Guild. Every book you find will now earn you reputation in the guild. I suggest you begin by talking to Velast, our mistress of Incunabula. She often has tasks for new recruits. Good luck.
We still use today was developed during the construction of the Crystal Tower.
Finally! I was beginning to think you'd never show up here.
Well met, Adept. I believe I may have a task for you. New members are the lifeblood of the Mages Guild, especially for retrieval missions. I've received word about a possible store of ancient knowledge in a ruin nearby. I'd like you to retrieve it for me. To the north of the city lies the ruin known as Ondel. If you please, investigate the ruin and bring back any interesting books you can find. The ruins of Ondel are a dark and dangerous place. Tread carefully, Adept. I am the master of Incunabula, the keeper of tomes. I've come here to inspect the local Arcaneum, the Guild's library. I've dedicated my life to expanding our Guild's knowledge. Standards must be kept. We have ears everywhere, Adept. An intelligence report fell into my hands that mentioned these tomes. We are neutral in the war for Cyrodiil, and proud of it. That doesn't mean we don't take an interest when the eyes of the Queen notice something. The intelligence arm of the Altmeri Dominion, personally loyal to Her Majesty Queen Irene. My understanding is that many of their members used to adventure with Her Highness during her wild days. I don't know. It's always a delicious mystery cracking open a book for the first time. They could be anything from ancient recipes for stew to high arcana, even racy journals penned by elven poets.
If you came for crafting certification, I can assist you.
Did you come here for crafting certification?
Next time I'm in the field, I think I'll bring a great warhammer. Ort, welcome to our hall. Are you familiar with the guild? The Fighters Guild. You should consider joining up. We have a new guildmaster and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk for a moment? Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you? Right. Our new guildmaster is an Argonian, sees all colors. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their damned anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains, plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside. Hard fights. Ha! There's a good question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You never know, you might be the next Yofnir. Guildmaster Yofnir passed away recently, very suddenly. I always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand. But he passed away in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader. No, we only draw blades in service to the Guild. We're technically neutral in the war between the three alliances. We love the Eagle Banner and Her Majesty, of course. But every race, every creed belongs under the Guild Hall's roof. Then let me be the first to officially welcome you as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the Daedra. You're in luck, comrade. Sees All Colors herself is here today. Why don't you go introduce yourself?
Comrade, we have need of you. Will you fight by our side? The Guild has accepted an unusual contract. We've agreed to eradicate Daedric anchors when they drop from the sky. Wherever they appear, Molag Bal's minions soon follow. As we speak, 2 of my guardians investigate rumored anchor sites. Merrick and Aleph are the best the Guild has to offer. Meet up with them on the beach east of Volkelgard. You can proceed from there. I know you'll change the river's course, comrade. They're investigating the coastline down the beach from the Guard Lighthouse. A powerful benefactor. She hates that monsters can ruin the lives of everyday folk. Our benefactor has put gold behind her principles, and so we put our strength behind her cause. They are the tendrils of Cold Harbor, reaching into Nirn. The minions of Molag Bal erect dark shrines in his honor, landing sites for these horrors. The coin this contract brings is good, and in this time of trouble, we need a focus. Yes, I am new to my role as Guildmaster. The death of my mentor, Yofnir Iceblade, has been hard on the Guild. He was well liked among the rank and file. I hope the river has carried his soul where it wanted to go. He's a proud Redguard warrior, one of our best, and a follower of Stendar. Merrick's full title is Resolute Warhorn. He's sworn to fight the spawn of Oblivion wherever they touch Tamriel. Proof that the Guild accepts all kinds. A Khajiit. She does as much damage with her wicked tongue as with her curved blade. Taciturn, rude sometimes, but a cunning fighter.
Where's that help I was promised? I can't deal with this on my own.
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors! Test your wits and courage in a brand new card game, Tales of Tribute.
Do you know how long I've been looking for
Retake
you?
I won't have those upland upstarts outside.
Greetings, Milksop. You must be lost. This is where Undaunted drink, not Milksops. Now go away, Milksop. This one does not want to catch your milksopiness. Ha! You've probably fought what? Some mud crabs and malnourished bandits? Undaunted tackled the big things. Scary things. Found only in the dark places of the world. Things with flesh-eating fists, hungry for your face. We are thrill-seeking adventurers, every one. We aren't mercenaries like the Fighters Guild, or patriots like the Dominion. We fight to prove we're the toughest of the litter. You want in? You'll have to prove yourself. That's the spirit. What's a centuries-old cursed bloodline in the face of unmitigated bravado? Enter the banished cells, stay a while, maybe bother a ghost. If you come out alive, see me at the tavern in Volkelgard. We'll talk more then. This one doesn't help. This one has already done his due diligence, seen his share of dangerous delves. His job is strictly to send the uninitiated head first into unknowable terror. But good luck in there. You'll come back with a story for sure. We're experienced adventurers. We can teach you skills and tactics a soldier cannot. Our battlefields are the deeps of Tamriel. There's also a cache of weapons and equipment found on our adventures for sale. Much more exotic than the local armory. This one doesn't help. This one has already done his due.
Hey, fresh meat. My mouth is dry. Get me a drink, or I'll tell Talise to wring it out of you. She'll do it. She has big hands. Talise and I have a storied history. They call us the twins, but I was an undaunted first. She was rather taken by my methods, effective as they are. So, she imitated me. I wasn't put off, much. Highest form of flattery and all that, right? She's bigger, slightly more buffoonish, if you ask me, but I'm better. I've saved her life more times than she saved mine, at any rate. Hey, fresh meat. The kind that gets me drunk. Never mind, just give me the gold, and I'll scrounge up the best swill in this place. Excellent. I'll have this gold turned to a blurry haze soon enough. You aren't half-bad, fresh meat. You know how to keep the talent happy.
Not afraid of a fight, eh? Good. We need some more honest warriors here. Faradil will tell you differently, but she takes after me. I've been quite the influence for her, and though she's been undaunted longer, I'm just a little bit better. We've been adventuring partners for years. Twins, they call us. That would be the joke, wouldn't it?
I hope my friends aren't being too loud. They're friendly people, really, once you get to know them. They'd be more friendly if you weren't an undaunted. I've 2 leads. One is in Daggerfall territory, the other in Ebonheart Pact.
Welcome to Cyrodiil, soldier. Here to help out in the war? First, you need training. It starts with an easy task. Fangil waits at the western Elsewhere Gate, with munitions for the siege range. The Transitus Shrine is the best way to get there and back. Veriniel can tell you more about it. If you think you don't need training, speak with Grand Warlord Sorkelin. Only she can excuse you from it. Go to Fangil at the western Elsewhere Gate to start your training, or see Sorkelin to skip training. Your...
Hold a moment, Walker. The Dominion needs you.
Maces, swords, axes. Whatever happened to bludgeoning someone to death with a wheel of cheese?
Greetings. I guard this Transitus Shrine for the Dominion. Do you have questions for me? Transitus Shrines are the fastest way to travel among our castles and gates, unless the links between them are broken. A castle's Transitus link is broken if all of its resources, farm, mine, and lumber mill, are owned by the enemy, or if the castle is under attack and a section of wall or gate is heavily damaged.
War is certainly good for business. We're having trouble keeping up with demand. What do you need? About time. I almost gave this to someone else. Take it to Zahn. You'll find him at the siege range, west of the eastern Elsewhere Gate. Just look for a Khajiit with singed fur.
Money can't buy love, they say. Huh? You'll disagree when you see my wares.
Very flammable materials here. Watch your tail. Ah, good. Our Karen promised these yesterday. We are always running low. I have been instructing new recruits on the use of siege weapons. Much ammunition is wasted. Siege weapons are fascinating, yes? There is much to learn. There are several types, each very useful in its way. To learn about rams and flaming oil, talk to Miniel by the tower. For trebuchets, catapults, and ballistae, talk to Firamo. Of course, Walker. The range is here for that. Spend time with each weapon, firing at the targets we have set up. Talk to Firamo and Miniel, then return to me when you are done.
Yes, what do you need? Trebuchets, catapults, and ballistae are the tools of our trade. They cause tremendous damage to walls and foes. We have a few of each here. Pick one that's not in use, and fire at the targets on the range. Each weapon, trebuchet, ballista, or catapult, has unique abilities and uses. Trebuchets work well against castle walls, dealing massive damage. There are 3 types: fire pots, spread burning oil, stones smash walls and foes, and ice balls cause damage and ensnare soldiers in ice. Ballistae fire fast and true. They excel at destroying enemy siege engines, including rams. Standard ballista bolts smash their targets, fire bolts cause extensive burn damage, and lightning bolts shock and ensnare their victims. Catapults are excellent weapons against enemy troops. Meatbag catapults spread debilitating disease. Oil causes fire damage, and scattershot causes impact damage. No, you'll see when you fire them. The trebuchet and ballistae fire the farthest, while the catapult has a shorter range. Remembering this will come in handy during assaults on castles.
This ram doesn't want to move. Training grounds always get the worst equipment. To knock down a castle door, a ram's your best bet. Deploy one, get enough people on it to push it up to the door, then stay with it until the door collapses. There's a vat you can use atop the platform here. Use it as you would any other siege weapon. Just don't pour it on me or the ram, please. To knock down a castle door, a ram's your...
So soon you've learned all there is to know about siege engines? Good. You can buy these weapons from siege merchants at our gates and castles, yes? You should also know how to repair walls, doors, and siege engines. Enemies will batter our castle walls and doors. We must undo this damage to hold on to our castles. Siege weapons can also be damaged. Repair is often needed. Driving off attackers is always the first step. Then, repair kits can fix some of the damage, yes? Here is a practice repair kit for a siege weapon. Use it on a trebuchet, catapult, or ballista. When done, Taralyn will speak with you.
Greetings, soldier. You are always welcome here, warrior. But now, others need to speak with you. At the Elder Scroll Temple of Nem, Protector our fear waits. She has much to tell you.
Greetings, soldier. You stand in a holy place. The Elder Scrolls are a sacred charge of the Altmeri Dominion. We must keep the scrolls from those who would defile or misuse them. Every member of the Dominion should cherish the Elder Scrolls. Our sacred trust to protect them must be our primary focus. The Elder Scrolls are prophecies in essence, but they are much more than that. The scrolls contain records of all past and future events, but they cannot be read without a severe price, madness, blindness, even death. Many believe they were created by the Aedra, but why or when is unknown. The temples are holy places, created as housing for the scrolls to honor and protect them. We built them upon the soil of Cyrodiil, close enough to the battlefields to bestow their blessings upon our troops. The Grand Warlord orders these attacks. Access to each scroll is blocked by a gate. To unlock it, both castles protecting it must be taken away from the alliance that holds the scroll. Once the castles are captured, the way to the temple is open. The Elder Scroll must be taken from its temple and brought to one of our 6 original castles. Once there, it must be placed upon a scroll pedestal. Needless to say, capturing an Elder Scroll requires the cooperation of many soldiers. Every Elder Scroll we hold grants power to all the soldiers of our alliance. This is another reason our enemies cannot be allowed to keep any of them. The scrolls contain records of all past and future events. Greetings, soldier. Every member of the Dominion should cherish. The scrolls contain records of all. The temples are holy places. Books in this temple contain information about the scrolls, if you wish to know more. When you are done here, go speak with Grand Warlord Sokolin. Anything else you need to know about the war, she can tell you.
You are near the end of your training, soldier. We have yet to explain the tactics used to capture the enemy's castles and resources. Defenders must be overcome, and our banner must be raised on the flagpole. For castles, we must breach walls or sunder gates to reach the heart of the enemy's stronghold. All easier said than done, as you will see. We are the only alliance fit to rule Cyrodiil. Taking the enemy's castles and resources is the way to prove this. Your participation in these actions enables you to acquire equipment and weapons from Dominion siege merchants. I determine the goals of the Dominion army in Cyrodiil. Vilya carries my orders to General Thoron and General Ataba, who post them on the mission boards. Speak with General Thoron to learn more.
Sorry, soldier. Very busy here right now. New recruit, eh? Then you need to know about our mission boards. The bounty and scouting boards are on either side of me. Every so often, Sokolin sends Vilya over with new missions. I post them to the boards for all to see. Bounty missions are simple. Kill enemy soldiers. If you kill enough of them, come back for a reward. Information is vital to winning this war. Each scouting mission sends you to a target deep in enemy territory. If you can get there and look around, report back as soon as possible. General Ataba supervises the other missions. Speak with her to learn about them.
It is a fine day for war, yes? It is good that he did so.
as the battle and warfront missions are under Ataba's care. Vilya brings Grand Warlord Sorkelin's orders. These Ataba posts for brave warriors to see and accept. You have questions? Battle missions send groups of soldiers to capture valuable enemy resources, yes? The farm, lumber mill, and mine around each castle support its war efforts. If we capture those resources, that castle is greatly weakened. Warfront missions are Ataba's favorites. These are major attacks to capture enemy castles. Many brave warriors are needed. Taking castles from our enemies is the key to the Dominion controlling Cyrodiil. The rest is best learned through experience. The mission boards contain Grand Warlord Sorkelin's latest orders. Ataba suggests a scouting mission to start. Welcome to the war!
Take a break!